Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 369, released May 1998. Our price, $2.50, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, please let me remind you to hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. That is the #1 way that you can support this YouTube channel and help it to continue to grow. And it's free. It's free. It costs you nothing. It helps me a whole heck of a lot, and I sure do appreciate it if you do that. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. Link is down in the description. What's also in the description is the YouTube channel membership video. So you can check that out too. You get things from Patreon. You get a 6 set of stickers. You get a set of buttons. You can also get this awesome stencil. Great for defacing both public and private property. Become a channel member. If you become a channel member, you get the video earlier, right away. Right when I upload it, it's yours. So that's kind of cool too. So check that out. Here are the people I get to thank for their support today. Me Too Big, Dean Jones, Hutch. Me Too Big, Dean Jones, Hutch, Ben Forsgren, Joey Jesso, Reflection of Perfection, Tom Richmond, David Strickler, Megan McNamee, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsberry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support. I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, let's get back to the overhead. Let's get me back in the picture. And let's start talking about this issue of Mad Magazine, number 369. This is cool. This is a bit of a little tip of the hat, a nod, an homage to a Norman Mingo cover, Mad Magazine number 161. Let's go check that out right now at crackedcoversite.com. So there you have it. Look, you see the same, it's very similar. Red shoes, the life preserver, the sinking ship, except this time it's from the Titanic. This is a different type of Mad Magazine. This is, they would do 2 issues. They would do one with the yellow border and one without the yellow border. So I have some at this era with the yellow border, others that don't have it, don't care to have them both. It's fine. But these are really cool because it's sort of reminiscent of the original Mad Border, the one that you see around me right now. So I do enjoy that aspect of it, and it was a lot of fun drawings and a lot of fun chicken fat. This one, okay, we kind of have to go into this, and I gotta hurry because you guys, this issue is full of stuff. Look, there's Monica Lewinsky, there's the White House sinking, Monica didn't inhale. Just really cool illustrations. I do feel bad now in retrospect, laughing or finding amusement with the Monica Lewinsky thing, because she was young and she had the most powerful man in the world being like, give me a beach. And then she was, I don't know, just like had her life ruined. I think she's fine now, but probably for a while there was rough sailing for old Monica. Anyway, here we go. This is the worst table of contents ever. Do we have Matt? Here we go. Here's the wit and wisdom. The couch potato follows the path of least existence. I saw a fly. This is an issue that I do feel the need to kind of boogie through because there is so much stuff in it. Here's like the Mad Pop-Off video on sale now. All Pop-Off video humor, I suppose. Is that Brooke Shields or something? Mad sponsored a funny car. What's going on in the world? Why would you do that? That's not how you get new readership, sponsoring a funny car. Here we have Sam Viviano and Dick DiBartolo doing the tripanic, not triptanic, tripanic. And this is good. It's really fun. The illustrations are cool. There is a lot of, look at, that's the guy from Gilligan's Island. The captain. That's what his name is. There's a lot of cool chicken fat all sprinkled throughout here. No jumping off the ship, except when cute boys are around. I don't know. It's just like, it's really cool. There she is vomiting over the side. There's our friend Gilligan making an appearance. As we go along, where's some of that? Oh yeah, this is the one I liked. All the people in the background. I think, is that Ernest Borgnine? There's also what is that? Sweet Pea, the Charlie Brown, three of the guys from, what is that called? South Park. It's just great. Look at Monroe even makes an appearance, and Alfred E. Neuman from behind. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool illustrations in that one. Moving along, Monroe and Space Camp. Ground control to Major Bummer. It's countdown to liftoff as our boy Monroe takes one small step for nerd kind. Houston, we have a problem. Again, Bill Ray's illustrations are just absolutely beautiful. How can you not like this? I remember this one with the chair where he gets into the spinning chair. I don't know. What's so cool about him is Bill Ray is like, sometimes you get something like this. Boom, background, pretty detailed. Foreground, just the silhouettes. Boom, foreground, detailed. Of course there's no background. It's all blurry, so just black it all out. He does a great job with that. I really think so. Tell him that I think he does a pretty good job with that Monroe comic. And of course, you have Monroe's mother looking beautiful, looking quite fetching in this one. Here we have a magazine we're afraid we'll soon see. Prom Mom. Yeah, that's a possibility. That's for sure. Kit Lively did a bunch of these. He's posts them sometimes, like Quarantine, and there's several others as well. For years, nothing has baffled the scientific community more than trying to figure out, I'm not going to read this. This is the Generation X files. Gen X, boy, what a weird generation full of weird, strange people. Gen X. Now, don't get mad at me because, first off, I think, on the higher end. I'm on the older end of millennial, born in 85. I think it starts in like 82. And second, half of my siblings are Gen X. So, I feel like I understand them better than most. Episode 6, Close Encounters of the Caffeinated Kind. Assistant Director Skinner is forced to take Mulder's theory about extraterrestrials posing as coffee vendors seriously when their shops begin replicating themselves on street corners all across America. You're right. This is the third one in the last 5 blocks. And look, Starbucks. What more do you need? A name tag that says, hello, I'm E.T. I'm sending this off to the lab. No telling what could happen if it got out into the general population. Children of the Lost Combs. It's almost as if they don't know how they look. My guess is that they've been infected with a parasite that attacks the brain center, controlling their ability to say no to goofy hairstyles. So it's great. I like this. It's making fun of a generation that's not mine. That's why I like it. Finally, the millennials are let off the hook. And all I had to do was go back in time to 1998 when I was 13 years old. Here we have Tales from the Duck Side, a tomb with a view. Look at that. Duck Headwing. Yeah, you can tell he's getting a little older. His style's changed a little bit. Wow, what a huge turnout for Cosgrove's funeral. Everybody wants to pay their respects to the man with the Midas touch. The guy was spectacular at making a buck. He could take any project to make a huge profit. And he was so creative. You really had to hand it to him this time. Only Cosgrove could come up with a pay-per-view coffin. That's kind of fun. Anyway, mad look at Las Vegas. Las Vegas, I like to call it Lost Wages. I do think I want to rewatch all of X-Files. I don't know where I would do that. Look at that. A mad look at Las Vegas. That's cute. All right, let's look at some of these because these are very, very good. Oh, hey, let's go into the casino. Okay, I'll go do that. Everybody's losing their shirts. That guy actually lost his shirt. Hello, Shani, could you help me read something? This is my favorite one out of all of them, like this hustler. Selling ties on a street corner. Oh, he's out of a suitcase onto a little cart. Oh, now, look at that. Wow, he has a storefront. Gonna go celebrate with his jazzy tie in Las Vegas. He's back working out of a suitcase. I do wonder how much. I don't know. I don't gamble. Gambling, the closest I've come to gambling is this year. Normally, the closest I come to gambling is doing scratch-offs every once in a while. Now, the closest I've come is doing fantasy football at work. Am I degenerate, guys? Have I gone full degen on you? I hope not. Hope not. All right, look at these babes. They're like, what's going on over there? Oh, look at it. There's a jackpot. Oh, it's a... I didn't read that one before. I really like that one. There you go. God, this poor guy. Oh. I love that. I love that he took that much time to tell that joke. That's a fun one. Really, really fun. Some of these do get outright. It's like, this is, you arrive one way, you leave another. Everybody loses their money. That's why I like this one and probably the best. Well, maybe this one. There we go. Mad's Guide to Who's Who Outside the Today Show window. Who is this? Rick Tolka doing beautiful illustrations. This guy, Katie Couric, lost her job. This guy lost his job in disgrace. This guy's still there. Out to beat Willard Scott to a pulp for retiring just before her 100th birthday. Doesn't know it, but she's standing in an authentic pool of New York homeless person body waste. How about this guy? What's he up to? Just beat the crap out of a guy with a Howdy Fargo sign to get a spot up front. Oh, he's wearing a Howdy Bakersfield. You don't want to mess with somebody from Bakersfield, okay? Forgot that Nina watches Good Morning America. A New York pickpocket out on his morning routine. That's one of the mad guys right there. And so is that. Who else is a mad guy? Those are all that I recognize so far. Anyway, we'll hear about puking on Gene Shalit for the next 20 years. Poor babies. That's always the worst. When babies have to hear about stuff that they just didn't choose to do, just did. Body modification trends of the future. Again, this is a real Gen X thing, right? That's when all this weird stuff started. It was Gen X. Of course, lots of people have taken it too far, but this is Gen X loved this. Rasta nostrils, the exotic reggae-drenched underground cool of Rastafarianism hits its disgusting cultural peak when the dreadlocked nose hair fad sweeps the nation. Ooh, body warping. Legs and arm bones are deliberately broken and permanently reset in positions that nature never intended. Favorite styles include the butterfly net, the pretzel, and the ever-popular YMCA. Pirate cool. Actually, I want to look at this. Wrinkle chic. This is my favorite one. This reminds me almost of like a Basil Wolverton. That's what this reminds me of. An offshoot of the baggy pants look of the 90s, baggy skin becomes all the rage. People have their epidermis pulled and stretched like saltwater taffy until their faces and bodies attain that wrinkly, casual, totally fly Shar-Pei dog look. Body welding, aka Siamesation. Siamesation. Tattoo a glow. This actually, I think, is a thing. I think they do have glow-in-the-dark ink now. Unicornoplasty. Cellophane style. This, I hate this. I hate this illustration. I love it and also hate it at the same time. Layers of skin are surgically removed and replaced with clear, transparent plastic in order to expose internal organs and blood vessels, attaining the trendy, slim, good body, visible man look. Anyway. This is another, okay, so this one, really cool illustration. I'm not going to lie, the illustration is awesome, but this is one of those that I kind of feel bad about finding funny. In hindsight, you know, Bill Clinton was like I think he like, you know, anyway, this is a family show, but you know, so it's like, you know, how many bimbos can you find in Oval Office picture? Where it's just like, you know, I don't know. He seemed to really use and mistreat a lot of women, and then now we're calling them bimbos. And I don't know. That sort of feels bad. Really good illustrations, though. So thanks, Al Jaffee, for that. I don't want to suck all the fun out of the humor magazine, but anyway, Mad TV versus Saturday Night Live. No. Well, shit. Mad TV ruled. SNL, 90 minutes long, plus 50 points. Mad TV, 60 minutes long, plus 400 points. How about this? SNL, always the threat of one of their annoying catchphrases taking over the public consciousness, minus 50 points. No threat of that for Mad TV. Plus 50. SNL makes you think anybody, no matter how untalented, can get a job as a cast member of a national sketch television comedy show. Minus 500 points. Mad TV proves it. Look at that. I mean, this is great. Mad TV, I want to rewatch Mad TV. Don't know where to find it. I think I just have to find DVDs or something. Mad examines the price of education. Gosh, how am I doing on time and stuff? Here's the thing: is like the '90s are packed with great stuff. I don't know. Maybe hit pause. It costs $7,995 plus tax and a license. To learn that the only women you're going to impress with a practical car that gets great gas mileage is your mother. I don't think women like cars anymore. Hope you guys hit pause and read that. Hope you hit pause and read this one about Hanson. Because here is one of my favorite 90s things, Melvin and Jenkins' Guide to Party Going. Jenkins knows that parties mean planning, and so takes care to RSVP in plenty of time for his host to expect his attendance with one guest. Melvin argues that nowhere on the freaking invitation does it specifically exclude his pit bulls. Jenkins arrives with a beautiful ice sculpture centerpiece he made himself to the delight of the hosts. Melvin, even regular viewers of pornography are shocked at the fine detail of Melvin's potato salad recreation of the human reproductive system. Jenkins amuses the children at the party by teaching them how to make funny balloon animals. Melvin does more or less the same thing, except all of the animals have reservoir tips. This is, who invented this? I forget his name. He's been on the show twice, so that's embarrassing. Desmond Devlin came up with this, and it's great. This is one of my favorite things of all time. Just, yeah, he's so awesome. Such a great writer, too. Here we have early Peter Kuper, Spy versus Spy, and it looks really cool. I talk about this almost every time, so I apologize if you hear this every single time. he was doing this, or it was like stencils and spray paint, like a airbrush or something. And then he moved away from it. But what's cool is that even though he stopped doing the spray paint stuff, it was still evocative in his style, which I think is pretty darn cool. Here we have copies. Copies is a glimpse into the shadowy world of word processing and document-related services. Our cameras take you behind the scenes to hit the streets with a group of dedicated, hard-stapled, paper-pushing public servants who have ink in their veins and liquid paper up their noses. They're true originals who are proud to copy. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they collate you? Collation is something that happens at a copy machine. Don't know if you know that. The graveyard shift really brings out the crazies. I swear there's not a moment's rest. This one guy wanted color copies of his black and white originals, and I looked at him and said, "Are you freaking nuts, man? Stop and think about it." Uh-oh. Over there? Trouble. Listen, honey, I say we cut the invitations with these. Don't honey me, Billy Bob. An X-Acto knife will cut a straighter line. A simple domestic dispute can be one of the most dangerous situations we face. Okay. Can we all just take a deep breath here? Crowd control. Didn't I tell you not to put the 8x11 paper in the 11x17 tray? Hey man, I know what I'm doing. Doesn't this badge mean anything to you? Stand down. Help call. I want 107 copies of this, reduced to 50%, and just cool the bleep down, all right? Just slow down. Man down, paper cut. I don't know. Is this funny? It's almost dumb to read aloud, but I was amused by it. And then here's a glimpse at Pop-Off magazine. There's something in the 90s on VH1 called Pop-Up Video, where they would play music videos and they would give you facts about it, which would pop up throughout the video. Here we have Herman Mejia's celebrity bet cause of death betting odds. Al Gore, mistaken for dead and buried alive, 2-1. Caught in crossfire between Bill and Hillary during ugly spat over Monica Lewinsky. Burst blood vessel and brain from worrying about the ozone layer. Stress of cooperating with campaign finance investigation to its fullest. Slips on Capitol steps at own inauguration as president. Anyway, it's beautiful. Here we have this. What terrorist organization threatens the life and liberty of every American? Oh, this one's already been folded. I'll fold it again then. The IRS. Their handout. God damn it. Fuck the IRS. Anyway. And then in the 90s also, there was this amazing ad campaign, Absolute Vodka. And they would integrate the bottles into different things. And it would be like Absolute, whatever. Absolute coloring crayons. Absolute art. And it's coloring crayons that all look like the vodka bottle. I don't know. This is Absolute Saddam. Anyway, you guys, this has been Mad Magazine number 369. Hey, as you watch this, pretty please remember, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. It really does help the channel, and I really do appreciate it. With that, thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.